Hi, I'm Sam Sheehan at Stitch and Steel Homestead, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how we're currently rotationally grazing our small herd of small ruminants, so our goats and our sheep. Our goats and sheep are grass-fed. We don't feed them any grains. They get hay and alfalfa pellets all winter, and in the summer that's supplemented with fresh pasture. And we manage that by putting the goats on tie-out stakes, which we move daily or every 2 days, depending on how much they've eaten it down. And then the lambs we're currently using a chicken tractor for, because it keeps them contained and safe, and then it gives them access to fresh grass each day that they get to crop and graze. So from shortly after morning chores are done until just before evening chores start, our girls are out on fresh pasture all day. So these are the tie-out stakes that my husband made for me for the goats. It is, I believe, 3/4 inch steel, and he's just put a loop on it so that this ring can slide and rotate freely around the post, but cannot slide off of the top. And so we use a cable, a coated cable, for the lead on it, and it clips on here with a bull snap. And this ring can rotate freely, so the goats can go around and around in circles, and they're never going to twist and tangle the rope up around themselves. We considered hooking the ring through this eye, but then it kind of becomes fixed on one side, and then they can actually wrap the rope up and give themselves a shorter lead throughout the day. So this just kind of rotates freely around. They can go running in circles if they want, and they'll never get tangled, which is great. And we just, to loosen it, I bring a hammer out and I give it a couple of taps on the side here, and it loosens in the ground, and I pull it right up, and then we move it to its new place, set it down, and again just bang it in with we've got like a mini, I think it's 4-pound sledgehammer, and that works great just for parking it in the ground. And I can give it a real good pull, and it's not going anywhere. Hi everybody, this is Sandy. So I just wanted to show you that the collars we use are this style with a buckle on them, like a metal belt style buckle. It's got the holes and the little pin that goes through it like that. That's the safest kind to use for tie-outs. If you use the kind with the plastic safety snap, they will come apart and your goats will get loose. So buckle collars are the way to go. Thanks, Sandy. So I park my goat stakes so that when their lines are both stretched out towards the middle, they can just touch noses and just kind of touch each other, but their lines cannot become tangled around one another. So that's really important for preventing injuries and hangings and whatever. And again, this doesn't work very well in a brushy, shrubby area. This works on like flat, open, grassy plains where there's things that they cannot wrap around or tangle on. Because if they can, they will. But in a sort of meadowy pasture type situation like this, it works great. As for the lambs, they're too little to be on a tie-out just yet. They might injure themselves. So we've decided to just use our chicken tractor while it's empty. And we've taken out the feeder and waterer that were in there. And so this gives them a nice sheltered, secure location where they can graze during the daytime. Lots of fresh pasture for everybody. Say hi, sheepies. This is Bracken, the black one, and Briar, the little white lamb. Hi, ladies. So the chicken tractor's on wheels, so it can be moved daily to a fresh piece of grass. And you can see here the outline of the spot where they were yesterday. So they nibble the grass down short, and then we move them forward, and they get to do the same all over again on a fresh piece each day. Eventually, we have plans to do some more permanent fencing throughout our pastures to divide it into slices for rotational grazing that just require us to open the gate, let them in, and shut the gate again. But we just don't have the infrastructure or finances to set that up right now, so this is working well for us in the meantime. In the beginning, we got our goats used to the tie-out pickets very slowly. They were hand-reared bottle babies, and they get walked on a leash periodically, so they were already used to having the collar on their neck and something pulling on it, and learned how to yield to pressure. So they already knew all of that. What they just needed to learn was the independence and how to be alone, how to free their own legs when they got tangled, and just build trust in us, because as far as they're concerned, we're staking them out for the wolves. You know, they don't really trust, or didn't at first really trust, that they were safe outside of a barn, because again, as bottle babies, they had been reared either in the house or inside the barn for their entire existence before they came to us. So outside was big and scary, and it was out to get them, they were certain. They had been outside, but only ever with people. They'd never been left alone outside before. So when we started, we just tied them out for an hour or 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours at a time, just to kind of get them used to, yes, we will always come back. Yes, you will stay safe. Yes, you're gonna be good. And slowly built up their trust from there. And now they are quite happy to stay out grazing all day. We don't really have a way to give the goats shade or shelter, so as summer approaches, we'll probably stake them out for a few hours in the morning, bring them in during the hottest part of the day, and then stake them out again towards the evening for a couple of hours. It won't be as ideal as getting to spend all day outside like they do right now, but at least they get some fresh air and sunshine and fresh grass. And then the rest of the time they're in their stall inside the barn where it's much cooler, and that just works out a little bit better for them for right now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.